This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls. This video does not intend to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but its purpose is to show that apostates are human who have feelings and must be given the right to express themselves against their former religion without fear of facing persecution or harm. Do not kill or subject anyone to violence for religion, for you do not know for sure, and no true religion would ask this of you. The whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and the wiser people so full of doubts. Bertrand Russell. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of Myself. You shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the specters in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides and filter them from yourself. Quote from movie with honors. As for respect, honor, and peace, the respectable remain respectable, the honorable remain honorable, and the peaceful remain peaceful. And does it not suffice in the sight of God who they are? You must strive to find your own voice, because the longer you wait to begin, the less likely you are to find it at all. Thoreau said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Don't be resigned to that. Break out.
Greetings. This is me again, Zara Jawad. Uh, just something that's going on about my case and condition, mental condition, and physical condition, and then I'm compelled to do this religious thing. Every which way but loose, my case failure. So that day there's something going on here. Now I've forgotten. I came to say what is going on with me. I'm under a lot of stress. Weird. It's weird. But the day I will talk about this, the notes. I found something in the ayat. Yesterday I was confused. Didn't put the proper, a better ayat for this, where you can see where the Jews will be killed. Anyways, and how it looks, the world with Christians, Jews, even now in the polities. So we could say that, they're enjoying today, but tomorrow. So treacherous ground, I don't know what evil has befallen the curse on them. And so, most like parties, clubbing, dancing comes from the western side also. But we have the Mughal side, Mujra, and all that from Indo-Pak, India, Mughal. So that was there. But you may think that the Christians, the Western society is very permissive, things like that, right? But please go beyond that. I can only tell you, and hardly anyone listens. The moment I made a video that said, I don't mean to disrespect Muslims' feelings or anything, there was an attack on Salman Rushdie. You could see, and it was a Shia sympathizer or a Shia. I don't know what, but he's from, his parents originally from Lebanon. And my case is that there's a compulsion. Maybe they wanted me to get, you know, stay very, very scared in Karachi as a Shia also. Like my father will die if he goes to, what will they do? God forbid, this and that. I was very weak. I couldn't have patience during the Muharram majlises and all this. And now I came here. So, I was from a very liberal family. My mother was very lenient and very honest, but God knows what happened to her in this family. That is besides the point that she was affected by gaslighting, covert narcissism, and she grew up in this family being like that. But her heart was very like clean, and she was very sweet and loving. So if she had gotten a better person, husband, um, better family, then she, would have become a better person. Unfortunately not. Yeah, so this is about my personal family matter and all this. I'm compelled. Actually, I should be resting. There's no rest. Okay, another thing is that I suspect someone is harassing me or something. Um, like they've made us, I don't know, like really crazy. So I came to Dubai, and what happened is, I found out, thank God, UAE's laws have changed on apostasy, or I don't know how far the Wikipedia thing is true, but they're not supposed to harass me or anything, and I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut. Better for me in this condition, but I can't. So I apologize greatly. This is every which way but loose. There is something here. Like when I used the Sira International, Rob Christian, and Al Fadi, their video, they're very good at this. I didn't know. I didn't see the video. I didn't know the meaning of, the that video on Prophet Muhammad's true name. I shared that, and after that, I started to feel like shit, uh, smell hallucinations coming. Uh, so, like, what did I do that I'm, smelling this slight feeling? So I feel there's a control over me, and I didn't see the full video. I was like, for later because I had to do a live stream. I just shared it on my profile, and what happened is I started to feel. I didn't know what the Qatam, what his real name meant, or um, there was a time when Dr. David Wood and others have mentioned this. If I'm not, I think Dr. David Wood or even Christian friends I was just watching mentioned this, that his Prophet Muhammad's true name was Qatam or Qatim. See, I don't even remember, so please forgive me. So shit smell. Sorry, this waste. Sorry, I can't be. You see, I can't. I'm under a compulsion, so I can't. I'm not very alert. Also, I'll be making mistakes. This is life, my life. So, uh, yeah, and yeah, like my brother joked, and when it was Eid al Adha, he came to see me, and he joked. Since then, he doesn't he didn't have monkeypox, but like we have this skin allergy and exams, or what do you call it? So since then, I've been feeling that no, I'm going to get monkeypox and itching and this and the smell of chicken pox because I had it later in my life in year 2000. Coming back from London, in my older years, I had chicken pox. So I know the smell of chicken pox and all this. I started to get that here. And uh, so I know it's allergy, so I would take anti-allergy pills. And sometimes, feeling feverish or but not having fever. This kind of a thing is going on, harassment kind, on the psychic level. Very bad one now. Recently, about my principal, ex-principal, Mrs. Manira Gulzar. I don't know what that is, and I hope someone is doing something really like on the psychic level. I feel, and maybe even messing up with the mental, because someone Irfan on the internet, this Adila Sheikh, told me they had a psychiatrist. I should go to their psychiatrist in Karachi on the internet. People I met. Um, so I feel they are like 50 years ahead of me, and they were prepared to hurt me even more when I came back from London, studying law and graduating. So like they know it's very easy. My aunt also told me it's very easy, you see, to destroy something. Very difficult to heal and all this. Like trust, it's easy to break your trust, but it's very difficult to rebuild that trust in you if I've betrayed, right? Like that, if someone's betrayed the trust. Now I'm under a compulsion. Of course, they wanted to, you can see they wanted me to get into trouble here in the UAE also. First, it was the fear that, oh, if you don't say anything, like if you're a Shia or something, because Lebanon and Hezbollah, nothing political and all this. And we had a lot of curses in Surah. Oh, sorry, Ziyarat Ashura. But I never listened to It's only listened on the 10th of Muharram, or, if my father recites it in somewhere in Karachi on the loudspeaker. So, yeah, and once here in Dubai, my father played the Ziyarat Ashura, wanting me to listen to it in the car as we were driving. So, like that. But, my mother was they're saying that Sunni Shia, there's a time, she told me, Maghrib time, where the Shia Azan, the Sunni Azan, and between the Sunni and the Shia Azan, you can pray and that prayer comes true and all this. So my mother was like that. We never she never said anything like against the Sunni practices, or, like how do they pray? They don't even know how to pray, or what is this azan, you know, like it's still daylight, a little bit Maghrib time. Like that, she would never say anything against the Sunnis. So quite tolerant and quite, we wouldn't. So I learned from my mother to be like that, not criticizing the Sunnis or anything. I mean, they also criticize us, Shia, some of them, and some of our Shias a kind of, but we don't kill or anything. Anyhow, so this was my mother, and this is the way I grew up until I got this friend of mine in O levels who was like after the Shia, she had to talk to me about it, uh, indirectly sending me messages, like telling me things when she would come to visit me and all this. We would discuss things, but this way, it was like she wanted to indirectly tell me that you are doing shirk, you Shias and all that. So that was there. So now the thing is that I'm on this. Unfortunately, I have should be resting. I haven't had proper sleep. I slept in a very disturbing manner about the principle, things like that. They wanted to hurt my loved ones. This is what I sensed. Give a cancer and things like that. So another terrible night before going to sleep. It's a treacherous grounds. Like I can't trust anyone. So I apologize again to anything that I blurt out against atheists. Like last time I said, I apologize. Um, like the atheists will not tell you, the atheist ex-Muslims like that, right? That about jinn, that this is a big devil or something like that. Because Hazrat Suleiman used devils, we are told, in the ayats, Quran ayats. Sorry, I'm not very well organized. Last time I made a mistake. I made videos and all this, and there was a slight confusion, as you can see in my live stream. Would Jews be killed? So I have chosen, thank God, by searching, I got a better verse here against the Jews. Some Jews are good, but and Christians are better. So Jews, we are told some Jews, but there it's right. Jews hate. There is a verse I found in Surah Maida, I think, that Jews hate. Other than the verse I showed earlier here in my notes about the resentment against of the Ahle Kitab, people of the book, against what do you call it? The so against the believers who say that we believe in Allah, and this is why they hold a resentment against them and their revelations and all this. Anyways, I don't know. We another thing is that maybe the person's that mind already is a culprit and religious mind and like this. No one listens. Very few people listen, and there are treacherous grounds. Uh, even in Shias, some of the Shias, as you can see, what conspiracy theories against Salman Rushdie and his killer, why there was no security recently. So I was like down because the day I made a video properly expressing my views that and a disclaimer that I don't mean, and please don't kill. I don't mean to hurt the feelings of the Muslims. And please don't kill and all this. The attack happened and there was no Ansar Salman Rushdie and there was no this thing security. So and the attacks on his the printers and all this, I would have been down. So you may think I'm not hitting on the Muslims. I'm just going to show you what I found, my finding, and that I would never embrace this religion. So to hurt the feelings, we were told in this religion, is haram. Even to hurt the feelings of others, it's haram, I think. And we must repent and make amends with the person, whose feelings we have hurt. So, but me, an ex-Muslim, I want. to see this, and then I kind of wonder why people would follow a false prophet or someone, how they see. Look at how, as a Shia, I was duped, deceived. Like, first, they wouldn't tell me directly that of what are the laws of apostasy in Shia Islam. I mean, my father saw me going to the church and all this with my Christian friends, but I was not told directly that if it's a female, she could be killed if she changes her religion. Christians can change their religion, like the males can marry the female Christians and they can change the female. But for us, Shias or Sunnis, different rules, females also. So some say that lifetime imprisonment, some say for females. Wikipedia says death penalty, 3 days in isolation, and then death penalty for the Shia females. Why can't the Muslims be honest about this? Because the way these ayats are put, even I could not. I was a Shia, so if knowingly you do it or you were duped, and why would you follow a prophet like this? Sorry, I'm moving restlessness. So you see, shaitan here, we are told again. I'm going to now start with my religious side on shaitan, Surah Araf, verse 17. Then I will come to them from before them and from behind them and on their right and on their left, and you will not find most of them grateful, shakirin, to you, to God. Now, Surah, I still haven't put the Surah Tawbah verse number there. And when the inviolable, some problem with my, because mental, very much stressed. And when the inviolable, sorry, yeah, this I have a problem with. Months have passed, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them and capture them and besiege them and sit and wait for them at every place of ambush. But if they should repent, so you see, if they should repent, I was also, no, the ones you have not made a treaty with, who have not broken the treaty with you, would be left alone. In Surah Tawbah, I was confused and I thought, no, there's no one. No, not with the ones who have not broken or expelled you, but what Dr. J had, I still went through it, what he explained or what Dr. David would explain. Like right now, recently in his video, explained that, oh, Prophet Muhammad had said satanic verses. I didn't know that. It wasn't explained directly to me like that. Through the Sunni sources. So, what a low comprehension of mine. Actually, he had said satanic verses that you can take these gods as intercessors. Wow. So salutations to Dr. David Wood. But now you will see, you will think that I should not. They are the ones influencing me and encouraging me and all this. But there's a compulsion, and should I not do this? I think, should I be patient? There's a compulsion. So sorry. And another thing is that how will this help? Uh, I hope it helps in bridging. Like you could also mingle without fear with the Christians, Jews, and polytheists. How he separated you all for his oneness in Allah, religion, and how this is how I see it. Let's see if you see it too. So, like from here, but if they should repent, establish prayer. I thought their prayer and their zakat way, not the Islamic zakat way. But what the foreigners are saying is that no, this means in the end, you know, that Wikipedia, the points I showed. Well, as I was wondering about this Surah Toba ayats and confused, when I went to Wikipedia, I found out caravan robber. So, in that, like he had plundered after, if he says there's a ayat that says that they expelled him and they, you know, took their belongings and uh, made them leave their belongings in Makkah, houses, and leave Makkah, the idol worshippers, pagan, right? They made the Muslim believers leave Makkah like that. So, but you see, if there was no history that he didn't plunder Abu Sufyan's caravan, they were rich people. They were tolerant, progressive. In the, if you see it in that way, in that other history, Islamic history, if you take that side of the Islamic history, the pagan idol worshippers, so that Prophet Muhammad and arms and ammunitions. So weapons, they had weapons in the caravans and they wanted to attack. Now we're told they wanted to attack in Medina, maybe because he was after the Jews and they could have. So, you know, they see because the Jews here, yeah, so that point also to be remembered. Please keep that in mind. Caravan robber, okay, Islamic history side that there's there are various. You have to look at it. You know, things like the first thing is that this on one side there's this what do you call it? I'm blocked. Um, no, on one side there's this from the side. Oh, one side from the side. Sorry, yeah, this is me. Actually, I'm very stressed. Last night I wanted to come and correct myself on this, but I couldn't. So words are not coming easy. I was attacked, very much in distress, shock. I thought I was going to lose my mind or go. What I saw the image about the principal and what I gathered from. Okay, so there's history that says that he plundered, he raided their caravans to for his protection. They wanted to attack him in Medina. There's also history that when they left, they were expelled and their belongings were taken. So Prophet Muhammad allowed even Hamza, his uncle, to plunder because under such circumstances, it seems that plundering was allowed. And since they were doing it a long time ago, the way, you know, these people, Jews and whatever the history says, this was their way of living. So Muhammad allowed them to plunder his Muslim believers, to plunder the caravans of the Quraysh. And then Abu Sufyan's caravan comes. So, and you see what happened to Ramla and Abu Sufyan when he went to meet his daughter. That also is a history from the Umayyad side. But I have to see both the sides, all the sides. So this is like Shaitan coming in conclusion. So you'd say religiously, this is their crime. This is a personal crime. This is not that a soul's crime of a person or disposition, but so to be left alone. These Jews and Christians, as long as they pay the jizya to be left alone, but the Jews tried to. What we are told in Surah, where is it? Surah Ahzab, verse 60. Hypocrites, hypocrites. 60 and 61. They were hypocrites, diseased hearts, and rumor mongers, sedition against Prophet. So they had to be massacred. According to Shia, the Prophet Muhammad didn't, but Imam Ali would, and Imam Mahdi, Imam Ali had to Jews against the Jews. So slowly, slowly, what's happening is my religion. When I see it now as a Shia, right? Would I accept this after understanding this? That he was a prophet, true prophet, and they were hypocrites, diseased hearts, and rumor mongers. Okay, I did not take the earlier Surah Azab verses into consideration. We are told that the Jews even perhaps wanted to attack him and all this. So why all this was going on? When they wanted to ally with, so you would say, partners in crime against him, and he was the greatest prophet, so the hypocrites were bubbling up like anything. Uh, anyway, so whether to take the previous ayats of Surah Azab, what the Jews did, and that, but here we are told they were hypocrites, diseased hearts, and rumor mongers. Should have here also put that they were killing, they were persecuting, no, perhaps, yeah, persecuting Prophet Muhammad, rumor mongers, diseased hearts. So now they had to kill the Jews also, seize them wherever you find them and curse on them, seize them wherever you find them and completely massacre them. I mean, or massacre them. So with this stark difference between Imam Hussein and his grandfather, Prophet Muhammad, would you do this? Maybe most Muslims don't see that this is how perhaps the people of the book, especially Jews, were punished, because according to this ayat, Surah Azab, verses 60 to 61, or 2 even, it's God's ways, and 2 is the massacring. Now, Surah 5, verse 33, indeed the penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive upon earth to cause corruption is none, but they may be killed or crucified, or their hands and feet be cut off from opposite sides, or that they be exiled from the land. That is for them a disgrace in this world, and for them in the hereafter the great punishment. So the Jews were also exiled now. No more will they remain neighbors, your neighbors, told to the believing Muslims in Surah Ahzab. So reading this ayat of Surah Maida, one could one say that not only was the religious crime left alone, but that the Jews came in this category because of Surah 5. You can see verse 64 again, Surah Maida, verse 64. Very, very bad things about Jews. Jews hate believers. Christians don't, some of them. But you can't make friends with them. But again, this here, okay, the Jews in this surah, Jews hate these believers. So Jews were caught in a very thing that, they killed uh, Jesus Christ. The Jews say the hand of Allah is fettered. Blasphemy aa gayi hai, has come. So it is their own hands which are fettered. Now they are even blamed for blaspheming against Allah. And they stand cursed for the evil they have uttered. Now remember, they were living with polytheists next door, Makkah. They could have said, your idol worshippers' hands are fettered, but Allah's hand fettered, and the idol worshippers didn't do much against them. And the way this person has blown their horns, whistleblower. So Jews have blasphemed. Allah's hands are tied up, fettered. It is their own hands which are fettered and stand cursed for the evil they have uttered. No, his hands are outspread. He spends as he wills. Surely the message that has been revealed to you from your Lord has increased many of them in their insurgence and unbelief. Insurgency. And so they are also blamed for being insurgents. And so we have cast enmity and spite among them until the day of resurrection. Meaning the Jews are fighting among them. Jews don't kill each other. This is what we used to be Haran about, surprised that the Muslims are killing against each other, Muslim Shia Sunni, but the Jews, thank God they are united. No, but not thank God, like we used to look and say, wow, you know, we don't even, in Pakistan, life has no meaning. Animals, these Jews, my kitten, taken care of by my Jewish neighbor in London in my childhood. So they take care of dogs and cats and other people's animals even. And I couldn't trust myself or any human being with Pakistani Muslim, right? And so we have caste enmity. Okay, so this is wrong, as you can see. And as you can see, the Jews now, and as often as they kindle the fire of war, they are the ones kindling the fire of war, Allah extinguishes it. Those who wage a war against Allah and His Messenger, it's coming. So not only religion, the religious crime, blasphemy, they must be killed. What's the law against Islamic blasphemy? Against Allah. What's the law on blasphemy against Allah in Islam? And as often as they kindle the fire of war, Allah extinguishes it. But who killed them? You did not kill them, you did not strike them. Allah. There's another verse there. So keeping that verse also into consideration. So maybe it is, so carrying on. Sorry, bad teacher. I wonder if I should put this point in. Maybe, what was I trying to say? Allah extinguishes it. And they go about trying to spread mischief on earth. Whereas Allah does not love those who spread mischief, meaning hates those. If He doesn't love them, it means opposite of love is hate. Now, you would say, wouldn't you say corruption? So not only religious corruption, fasad, fasik, everything like that, blasphemy, religious, but now you see, if you combine these two ayats, and now this will lead the Jews to um, do corruption, and they will be killed or strive upon earth to cause corruption, wage war against Allah and His Messenger. Surah Maida ayat 33, compare with Surah Maida ayat 64 against the Jews. So many other ayats before this. I mean, I could go on that, but I chose this ayat, this one, because it says here, in the end, and they go about, they also try to kindle the fire of war, and every time they try to kindle the fire of war, Allah extinguishes it. But how does Allah extinguish it? Sometimes in an ayat we are told that when the Muslim believers threw, it wasn't them but it was Allah who threw. So shirk ho gaya na? Shirk be one another point. But Mansur al-Haq says later on, and he was killed by his own Muslims, not the Jews. Ana al-Haq. So many points to be considered. Just some coming to me that I am, and some I'm not. I forget as they come because I don't want to confuse you even more. I'm not the one deceiving you. You see, because the Shias and all will say they read this in context, and also they will say that the religious crimes, even blasphemy now. You see this 64 ayat of Surah Maida. Are religious crimes, and Prophet Muhammad did not punish them, nor the Christians and nor the polytheists, because we're told they expelled and they did this. And, Shias would not even consider the Umayyad side because they always feel the Umayyad side marred the reputation. They were hypocrites, so hypocrites are very bad. So that caravan robbing of the Quraysh caravans by the Messenger of Allah and his believers would not be taken into consideration. So he got his thing back. I mean, according to those hadiths and histories, uh, he got his revenge back on them, plundering their caravans, according to that history, right? But if why would you not take that into consideration? Because you say, but okay, whatever you say, debatable, it's this, let's leave it and see this, Surah 64 now. See, a lot is at stake here. Well, Jews, God, Messiah didn't come to help them. Polytheists, God didn't come to help them. Now that I see, let's suppose if these Jews, let's suppose this Muslims, let's just suppose you have to at times, like when you see this, for justice's sake, for truth's sake, let's just suppose that this was a true prophet, even mercy of Allah. I was going to say false prophet. Do you think your, anyway, your heart, uh, the things we were told about Imam Hussein, Shias, do you think it will accept this? You see, you may say, oh no, Jews, this is religious crimes they did and they were left alone. You can't say that actually. You can't draw a conclusion like that from just saying that, no, you can't. Because you see, the hadiths, you have to see the other side of it, and you can't draw a conclusion on just your saying that Prophet Muhammad never hurt anyone. He asked us not to even hurt the feelings of another. He was ardently desirous of other people's welfare. It grieved him that you should fall into trouble. And that's why he was beyond. He had to take these stringent actions against the Jews and all this. Because you see, he cared for them, and better that they are punished here. And killing and hurting feelings and sedition and evil mongers that the Jews were, and the hands of Allah are fettered. I mean, Jews could have said this, that the hands of Uzza, Manat, and Lat are fettered to the polytheists, but their hands were quite open, I guess. They didn't say it to the polytheists, they said it to this all powerful one Allah, oneness, great creator, the only creator there is, one Allah. I don't think so that Jews would have said this. And Azra, where do you find Azra? Is there a prophet of Jew? I read in the Bible when in Karachi, like they say the hands of Azra. No, no, sorry. What do they say? Azra is the son. Sorry, sorry. Azra is the son of God, or you know. So very well put here against the Jews, don't you think so? And he's separating you for his oneness of Allah. Greatest religion. We thought he was the most, what do you call it? So if he was the most great leader, very merciful, when hypocrites came to him, he changed them with his light, with his love, with his, he's not acceptance, but that, you know, I will carry on with my great religion. Patient perseverance, we are told in the beginning. Oh, yes, so there are these Makkani ayats and Madani ayats, asuras, sorry. Now, if I make these mistakes, you know, my head is cracked. Words, I may eat also. So, why am I doing this in this treacherous world where you can get killed for criticizing Prophet Muhammad, closely examining the verses, Quran ayats, and why am I doing this to myself? I smell waste, human waste. When you know some Muslims, even Shias, um, you see, this is years of conditioning. You cannot, and yeah, so you know all that partying, all that comes from the Western world, permissive. Our children will get. I don't know whether what has happened, but you know the piety in us, piety. I think I'll leave piety and go partying. Sorry, that's just my view. The thing is that maybe like what the Hindus say, it is Kali Yuga, and what he has said is Shaitan here. That I, in my opinion, I'm better to you know. For me, I'm giving my opinion, and then better to be just peaceful. Like okay, America, you know, harming and all this. Their foreign policy terrible. They are terrorists, covert terrorists, number one in the world. Okay. Now the thing is that against Afghanistan also they left them starving. I can't talk about that. So you know I can't, I don't know if I don't get my TL, maybe abuse Abu Dhabi or you know things like that can happen. Right now in this condition, I cannot keep patience at all. Hmm? Catch at the throats and all, and you know shout and all this. What is Abu Dhabi doing? And although I do tell myself keep patient, 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 be like Bibi Zainab, Zainab. When I was a Shia, मुँह पे नहीं थे नाले करते थे शुक्र सारे करबल से शाम आई पढ़ती दुआएं ज़ैनब किसको संभाले ज़ैनब किसको सदा दे ज़ैनब और that Noha so our Shia Noha old one. Now you see you're being this shaitan is coming from left and right. But you would say here, no, no, this Allah is now don't see. Now I can also blaspheme. I will as a Shia. If now I just put myself in my, if I was a Shia, now what I find out about this today, forget the rest. Is it justified for Prophet Muhammad to kill the Jews, the polytheists, especially them, Jews and polytheists? We're not told Christians were killed, but that they were asked to give jizya. And that there are some good Christians also, monotheists, their eyes flow in tears. Many years back, this ayat I sent to my teacher, Christian teacher, that look, I think we can be friends because some Christians are really good. Anyhow, so I don't know about the Christians. All I know is that Eid Mobile and Najrans were spared, but not, they had to give, not totally, completely, they had to give jizya. And that also I saw that how can he, like, okay, whatever it is, but that is another point. Like, I would not be convinced if I was a Christian that the likeness of Jesus is of Adam and he creates what he wills. But there are processes and all, and then when I found in Surah Tahrim that it says he, we blew into it, not her. That's in, so, oh, that really got to me. It is the private part, right? Anyways, so now I'm seeing it as a Shia back, right? No, no, I would retreat from this. I take my leave for a little while, contemplate. I'm out of sorts here. Uh, you see, we used to say, oh, this is the religious crime, but comparing those verses, bad ones, on Jews against Jews, they were hypocrites, diseased hearts, rumor mongers, Jews of Medina massacred. Now this is going to be, so you see, I'm compelled, but I'm, whatever is happening to me here, you will not believe me. Like, I'm still in my senses, but a lot is dis, is harmed my mental condition, and so I'm doing this under pressure, a lot of fear, even now, like, so. Uh, what would you like to give me? Harass me? Let's see. Oh, any. Why am I offline here? Oh, live chat. Hello, Viraj Rana. Any questions you have? Sorry, I missed your chat here. Any questions you would like to ask? Viraj Rana says hello. Hello, Viraj Rana. Any suggestions you have? Thank you for being here. Now I'm the only one here, but I think he came and he went away. And this video is taking like 54, live stream, sorry, 54 minutes ago. 54 minutes have passed. So indeed, the penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger. I mean, these people, they can't even, sorry, I'll just cut myself. Decision making, judgment, and dispute. They were told in another ayat, which I have not put here. I wasn't ready. I was just gone case. So uh, I can't believe I've come this far. I mean, not in whole, but maybe you would want to hurt me for your great prophet. You have such respect, honor. You, these Jews, Christians, polytheists could not make a decision, and their disputes have, sit in a shura council and make their own together decide about the dispute, but that you have to refer to him, the messenger of Allah, until you have completely, like, no inside piety. Your piety must be so great that whatever he gives you, take it. Whatever he asks you, stay away from. Stay away from. We are told that the Jews and the Christians, uh, what they do is whatever they make, what Allah has made lawful, they make unlawful for themselves. In Surah Tahrim, it so happened that we find an excuse for him here in Surah Tahrim also, the Messenger of Allah. So let me not forget, this is in Surah Tahrim, we are told, Allah tells him, "O O Prophet, why do you forbid yourself what Allah has made lawful for you?" God knows He's made your minds, you, yeah. So what? Ah, so sorry. Yeah, that person who came with the, I know what gong means, I sound like a crow right now, my voice. Who was that gong? Actually, in Sindhi, gong means crow. झूठ बोले कौवा काटे काले कौवे से डरियो. So you see what I mean by this? No, no, you tell me where, what, why to you? What's happening here? Where am I? Where is Surah Tahrim? It is here. O messenger, why do you make impermissible, unlawful? No, you put the, O prophet, sorry, abridged explanation. So I get confused like this. So many translation I had to do for some ayat. I still haven't fixed this. Do you see this? This is my life. Messy, disorganized. Prophet, why do you prohibit, yani make unlawful what Allah has made lawful to you? Okay, not to others, you will say, but to himself, for himself. He has made why revelation not come to stop him before he make an oath to his wives. Some Shias would want, in Shiaism, if you say anything to Sayyid, they would want to give you chicken pox, monkey pox. They don't care. Some Shias, I tell you, they would want to hurt you so that in the hereafter you not get hurt. Disrespect to Yusuf Zaidi. Price you have to pay. Well, my aunt said it is not to you. Long time ago, she said that it is not to you. And that's what the lady in London before her said to me, that this is not me. This is someone else. They are sending evil spirits. So, oh, you prophet. Oh, God. I might get a monkeypox. They might come for me here. Oh, you prophet, why do you prohibit what Allah has made lawful to you? And you know the monks and their doctors of law make lawful what Allah has made unlawful, and they give it to their people and say, you do this and you do that. You see this? I don't want to chew on it, but I have to chew on it. I have to sit on it. I have to. No, no, I don't want to sit on the ayat now, but I have to sit at it. Sit and think what this is. I'm not making fun, but you are forgiven. These Jews, they're monks. Like, let's say in Al Kafi, we are told you how you find true ulama, marja, and you cannot live with them. You have to see with their character outside character. Now, Toba Mafi, I'm not going to like. So, what are the conditions which ulama to take better than other? You can take both, and like that. You are monks. Oh, sorry, are religious scholars, are doctors of law. But here, Prophet himself is forbidding himself what Allah has made lawful for him. And we make excuses that you see, this was not compulsory. Other things. So even doctor of laws and all this maybe not a compulsory things, but which are joys, which are like you can must have, which are like you can do it. It is recommended, right? Maybe they do that recommended ones, uh, and they unlawful make unlawful. So those are the doctors of law. It's not the prophet Moses doing this or Jesus Christ. Maybe Jesus Christ at the wrong in Bible that the alcohol not allowed. The angel come tell Zachariah Hazrat and then what happened is Jesus Christ has said this wine my blood and all this. So, uh, make it a lawful, but that the wrong, corrupted, anyhow. But this prophet himself also doing this thing for himself, he's making. And then you believers are, Allah has already ordained for you, Muslims, the dissolution of your oaths. We are not the perfect human being. Very, very good. He's made this shaitan, if I try to show, maybe I fail because my condition, my unpreparedness, I'm not articulate, and Allah. So you love this prophet who, whatever he is doing, you say good. Exceptions, oaths taking, except now he made the oath. Also, you have to consider this forbidding himself, right? What Allah allowed him, made the lawful. It says here, this is not my words. It doesn't say what Allah recommended for him, but it is say what Allah make a lawful. Now they put a lawful. And they put prohibit to haram. Haram. Make haram to haram. Haram come from haram, right? Or no? Wait. تحرم. What Allah made a lawful. أحل. Halal. Okay, halal for him. That's, oh, I put my phone off. This terrible. You will come after me. You know where I come from. I'm not that scared. No, no, I'm just affirming. I'm very, very scared. because I'm very weak. Sorry, excuse me. Now, I not respect this my madness. You will have to excuse me. So today, if I not to show you this shaitan, when will I show you? So some my Shias come out of this. Not a reciting salawat, just be free. Come out. Relax. गहरा सांस लेंगे हम. Jai Gurudev. Uh, take a deep breath. I'm still smelling. Where? I not have kitten, not have anything. Animal. Wasting here, doing waste. So recently I finished the video of Sira. Oh, I just go to another point. Sira International, Al Fadi and Rob Christian, doctors. That why is mother crazy calling him? Anyways, whatever. And the mean the what that word? Waste. Qatem Qudam. What his name? His mother. What? Why is mother keeping? Even though he was illegitimate child. Okay, so anyways, I saw some comment and I liked it. Maybe crazy people, I don't know what. Really, this is a grandfather I find when I read Allama Majlisi. And they're making this divination arrows. Where is it going? Up or to Allah or to Manat or to Uzza? And then Dr. David would explain properly this time. I'm so grateful to him. Oh, now I understand that the Sunnis sources say that he says satanic verses that they can use their gods as wasilas, intercessors. Oh, I never knew this. Now, in 50 plus years, I understand. Sorry, my comprehension very, very low, but I don't know how I show you this. If you're coming to a med person, med woman, yes, this is Suratanim. But I know to just cannot touch ayat. What can I do? Majburiye, in severe cases, haram is made halal. And maybe not in such severe cases. No, no. Now you. So okay, you see this. So he make and then how God say that you believers are can dissolve your oaths. Akhar akhar you are human beings, and then you can have fear of fornication, zina. But use these women lower than free believing women. Now where am I? So where was I? Allah has ordained for you Muslims the dissolution of your oaths. Oh, I was on this Jews thing. So is it justifiable to kill them? Or did he just want to plunder in the name of Allah oneness? He took this great thing about, the greatest creator. There's none like him and all that. Even Hindus would say this, and even if the gods fought and everything, if Allah wanted, He could have harmony. Like the angels, they don't fight. Yeah, one angel fought, and he wasn't even an angel. He was of the jinn and of hellfire. Oh, sorry, of fire, made of fire. He was not a jinn. Please tell us that there are groups of angels. Anyways, he was. We are told God told the angels to bow down to Adam. How did this jinn come up? Maybe when he uh, say, I cannot, you made me a fire. I don't know. Maybes, there are maybes, right? So this jinn come up and shaitan, what was the point here? If I miss the point, I will kill myself. No, I don't mean to say, I don't mean to say what you mean. Oh, my teacher coming. How you, it just, I blurt out things, some things, not good teacher, berserk. Now where I go to Surah Meda. So you see, they're doctors of also making unlawful, and there's another verse like, oh, believers also. He's going to tell the believers. He's supposed to tell the believers. He did tell the believers that do not make unlawful what Allah has made lawful, or do not make lawful what Allah has made unlawful. So now, do not make law. I'm so tired. Do not make lawful, O believers. Do not make lawful what Allah has made unlawful, like that, right? I'm so tired, really. But I can't rest. So in this tiredness, I'm compelled to do this for some reason. O believers, do not make unlawful the pure things which God has made lawful for you. That's it. But it is a command, right? And then Surah Tahrim, O Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself from what Allah has made lawful to you, seeking to please your wives? This okay. Surah Azab also okay. Why not the revelation of Allah coming saying it? He has a big responsibility. Why do you prohibit you? No, believers do not make unlawful. Surah Maida ayat 87. So it's going to be long. Please, if you want a tea, snacks, chocolate, whatever you like, bring here. It could be 2 hours today. Now, if you take me and tell me, make my mind go into a psychic warfare or distress, let me see what happened here. This is about my case. Now, what you want to tell me and put me down on, distress me and put me in coma. So, anyways, my enemies, you see this what UAE. If I'm very very grateful. What this? Where? Oh, apostasy. But tomorrow it might change. I not know, and I might die. Be executed cutely executed. Oh, apostasy not in Shia, but in United Arab Emirates. Free apostasy is no longer a crime. I cannot believe what my eyes have seen. So, like that is unbelievable what Prophet Muhammad has turned out to be for me. Just the opposite of what he was when I was a Shia. Unbelievable. Do you think he wrecked, killed the Jews on unjustifiable? I don't think I cannot, but according to the verses, the way some divine and blasphemy laws. So this came, someone told all citizens of the UAE are deemed to be Muslims. Oh, this suffocated me a lot. My mother, very, very liberal. I wasn't told, even as a Shia, that what the apostasy laws are in Shia. So I want to go in. I just, maybe, foreigners after UAE, please. So they, freedom of thought. This personal You can, yeah, better with piety. Okay, so we have this piety, Prophet Muhammad taught us. And wait a minute, from the very beginning, you don't think that if you say Allah, now Prophet Muhammad come and say there's one Allah. And this is how to connect to one Allah. So that now all the Sahabas who threw people with him, you cannot be corrupted anymore because you believe in that one Allah. You immediately should become pious. You say La ilaha illallah. My grandaunt say long time ago, say La ilaha illallah 100 tasbih, one, no, one tasbih 100 times, one rosary in Christianity. But we say tasbih. La ilaha illallah, shaitan, run miles, miles away from you. You see how these yogis sit in Sangha and, they say protection. First, the Guru pray for protection and how they start. Oh, so you're going to tell me that he invite people, Dawate Ashara, this Shias know very well, Dawate. He invite his family member, Dawate Ashara. I think this is what it is called. In the beginning, Prophet Muhammad invite Dawate, self-censorship and Muslim history, case of Dawatul Ashara. Yes. You see, Shia. Oh my! Can you hear me? My mic not put properly. Shaitan coming, destroying me. So this you see, jinn, some jinn coming. No, no, ooh, jinn coming. Many students. So the first call to Islam, open call. Islam began when Prophet Muhammad became 40 years old in, yes. Initially, the mission was kept a secret. Yeah. Then, 3 years after the advent of Islam, the Prophet was ordered to commence, so warn the nearest relations. Okay, warning. You see, this Islam start with warning, and not to come with open arms, and this verse was revealed. You see, Surah 26, verse 214, and you say, O sons of Abu Muttalib, by Allah, I do not know of any person among the Arabs who has come to his people with better than what I have brought to you. I have brought to you the good of this world and the next, and I have been commanded by the Lord to call you unto Him. Therefore, who amongst you will support me? Me in this, but the Jesus Christ does say, who will in the cause of Allah? To His, it written, who will help me in the cause of Allah? Okay, ayat. Disciples, to his disciples. They said, we will help you in the cause of Allah. Therefore, who amongst you will support me in this matter? Cause of Allah. Should have said that. So that he may be my brother, Akhi, my successor, Wasi, and my caliph, Khalifat among you. What he do to Imam Ali, I not to know. This was the first time that the Prophet openly and publicly called the relations to accept him as the messenger, and but where the evidence that you are the prophet? So the prophet put his hand on the back of Ali's neck and said, sorry, I acting funny. Inna hada akhi wa wasi wa khalifati fikum fas ma'allahu wa atihu. Ooh, sorry. Verily, this is my brother, my successor, and my caliph amongst you. Oh my goodness. obey. And you also have, oh, why doesn't Ibn Hisham mention this dawah? Sunni source, why Ibn? eh, Because I don't. Yes, what is known as the Sirah of Hisham is actually the summary of the book of Muhammad ibn Ishaq, and to an abridged version of Ishaq's history book does not exist anymore. So the question has to be reformulated. Did Ibn Ishaq mention the summoning of the family event? The political considerations that influenced Ibn Ishaq, this, that. You see, all now my mind going there. I don't have to read this, but I am Goddess Sayyid Muhammad Rizvi. Shiaism, Imamat, and Wilayat. You can read this. But you see, once you say, warn thy nearest relations, it says warning. Oh, well, no, you should check. Even if your Shias put it this way. Now, Surah, oh, why I close? So, my live stream gone because voice not coming properly. I have to come back again one day. Oh, tonight maybe, or maybe earlier, later. Earlier? Oh, blurting out things and crazy. I forgot. 26? What verse? No, no, I have to go back. So my memory also very, very bad. You see, I cannot afford to waste my time like this and your time. But I care for my, oh, do this. So because of my impediment, 20, I can't remember. I'm very, very tired. No, no. I'd not check. Okay, warn nearest of kin. Warn nearest. No, warn, warn, warn them. Oh, see how bad I am. What did it say here? Relations. Yani really this the Quran ayat come. Warn your relations. Quran verse. You see how bad I am. How I now, where is it? Treat your neighbor, uh, Medina, Jews. Oh my God, what Jesus say? You go to someone's place. 26. When will I learn? 214. Can someone help me here? 26 214. 26 214. 26 verse 214. Now really my energy 214. I should stop talking. First search out and warn your nearest kin. Why Sunnis keep this Ibn Hisham away? Dawat Ashira. So, oh, excuse me. Oh, kindred and warn. And what is andir? Wait a minute.
وأنذر.
Andir, not andir. Oh, messenger, warn your warn. Is it really warn? Warn your closest. Okay, let's say what was my point here. My point was that if you say there is no God but one God, immediately you have to be Shaitan, go away from you. Forget it. Keep repeating la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Shaitan now. So that later on the Sahabas and you see immediate proof. Not only that I'm the messenger, but see, if I tell you Come here, you people, I warn you. I do not warn you. But I look at this, right? When the moment I say there's no Allah but one Allah, the angels descend on me, Surah Fusilat, and I do no wrong. Like, I can't because I rely on Allah. I trust that this prayer coming through immediately, taking effect, operating in me immediate. And you try this, and I tell you, better than what the Jews got, Yahweh, or what the Christians got, what politics got. So the proof, Syrian say, proof in the pudding. Om. You just keep saying it, how shaitan. We are told also that la, Surah Fusilat ayat. But why shaitan? Then we are told, no. You believed and you think you will not be tested? Oh God, this roundabout. Okay, but just see this. This is the thing, right? If this Allah true Allah, all bad things, abomination, thoroughly purify you with thorough purification at least. So then we can take the life's challenges and harm and be like Al Bayt, Surah Azab ayat, thoroughly purify you with thorough purification. I'm not just saying trouble not come, shaitan come from uh, the other Christian have shaitan, Jews have shaitan, polytheists have a shaitan, and atheists have shaitan. But I not have shaitan. But here in Surah Nisa, we are told if you have fear of urges and fornication and all this, that, you say for little, and then little, some few people, few believers, then Surah Nisa. Then you say mata. So not good for man to be away from his first wife for more than 6 months or something like this. The alims 3 months. So you perform muta, temporary marriage, according to Shias. Oh, so all these problems there. Jiddu Krishnamurti say that if you look at this and so what is your problem? You know this cigarette not good for your health. My mother showed me through the tissue. You smoke. What it do? Brown. Tissue become brown. Now you know this happening in your mouth, your lungs. My mother say lungs. It affect the lung. It make your lung. Who will clean your lungs after nicotine target in your lungs, right? Of course you will not do this, but only habitual stupid people will do this, like me. So my mother show me properly when she catch me that they look Zahra, take this tissue. She took it and she showed me. So we are really crazy people. Now, warn, O messenger. Oh, I'm very scared of him. God to save me. I'm not like him. Are you going to kill me? Or you're Shia extremist? Or you're Sunni follower extremist? So, warn. And then, warn. Okay. This not a nice for my heart. Warn. Right now I feel very, very trembling heart. So do not invoke with Allah another. See, very good. This ayat before warning. Oh, messenger, warn you. Oh, okay. So see, come here, sit down. I make food for you. I invite you. Have food, and then go when you Surah Azab. Oh, no. So do not call any other God beside Allah, lest you become of those who will be punished. Look, I care for you. I've come here. And I want you to get out of this religion. Apostate prophets say, leave Islam. Something like this is last, uh, and lower your wing kindness to those who follow you of the believers. No, no, so the wings are lowered. Yes, yes, kindness has come. Warn and lower your wings to the believers. Oh, so now I warn you, you idol worshippers, come here. Uncles, aunts, even senior to me. But when they become believers, lower thy wing too. You know how I warn you people? 70-year-old, 70, 80-year-old uncle. I warn 90-year-old principal. Mommy, stay away from this religion. I warn you. I invite you to my house. Have some tea, relax. I warn you. It has been revealed to me that your God is one God. I tell her, it has been revealed to me that this religion is false. Leave it. She say, I'm now, how many years? You think from Sunni she becomes Shia? She old woman. What they say, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. She's so old. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So, but the lower, what crazy people, really. But the lower thy wing to believers, and you think that to Abu Jahl he's not lowering his wing, you stupid fool. It is say believers here. Oh, no, no, it doesn't say believers. No, no, this other ayat. If they disobey you, do not accept proclaiming the oneness of Allah and His obedience you command. This abridged. And if they disobey you, then say, indeed, I am disassociated from what you are doing. From what you are doing. Not from you as yet. You see? Now, he first invite people, his uncles and all this. Imagine, imagine, just think. He's telling, see? Oh my God. Idol worshippers persecute him, idol worshippers threw him out, expelled him. Long time ago, he do Dawat Ashera. And why these Umayyads not to tell us? If you tell, please, Shias tell us. So you see who making this? I call His Highness and Amir. I call Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince and say, "What are you doing? Put the idol worshippers back in Kaaba." I invite you. Look, I disassociate myself because you believe in one God. And this and that, so not good, not good. Now he invite them and he tell them that there's no God but one God and warn them. And to the believers, by the way, she asked, to the believers, lower your wing. So what he doing for the idol worshippers at that time? When he announced, he's told by Allah to announce. And they're like, you see, he's telling them, pagan polytheists, not to worship. I disassociate. So imagine what he do later to them. It's not them who first do. anything to him. He say it's either his way or the highway, like some cousin tell me. He say it's my way and Allah's way, or the first Allah's way is my way, oneness, or your highway. Now where they going to the highway? Yeah, they expel me and they do this to me and they took the Muslim belongings and believers' belongings, and I had to run away to Medina and come 20 with the Muharram, and it is Imam Hassan Shahadat of Imam Hassan Shias and the Rasulullah together. Show kindness to those who follow you of the believers. Oh, it is coming to what I thought, right? What I see that is it justifiable to fight against the disbelievers by Prophet Allah and Prophet Muhammad? And this, by the way, Shias, not only religious crimes he may have forgiven at that time, and we are to forgive. And there's no compulsion in religion. Truth stands are clear from error. And you will not believe what I will believe, and I will not believe what you will believe. So for you, your religion, and for me, my religion. Surah Kafirun. You see, these kind of verses have deceived you. Shias think they've worked it out. They will give me such verses. But what I saw, and you Shias also extremist, someone go and attack. So slowly, slowly, his Allah becoming shaitan. Now he's attacking them from all sides because he said they hypocrites, they corrupted. So it happened. They were hypocrites, diseased hearts, and rumor mongers. Jews of Medina massacred. Surah Azab, verse 60 to 61. You will need a heart to see this, Shias. So embrace yourselves. I don't know how to strengthen your heart. Maybe because stark difference between what Imam Hussein do. But Allama Al-Qabuya say in his commentary that although Prophet Muhammad not do this, Imam Ali have to do it, and then Imam Mahdi have to do it. You mean they were hypocrites, diseased hearts, and rumor mongers. Now let's see rumor. I have done this in my video, some video. You may not find, but search rumor mongers because you see in Surah Azab, same surah, we are told that he do this to his adopted son. He practiced an Arab pagan custom. Revelation of Allah not coming, ke Baba, don't do this. Why he do this? Take my glasses off. I can't see. So he do this somehow to Zed. Practice and adopt him. Practice this pagan Arab custom of adopting a son. Revelation not come. For so many years, I don't know how many, Zed thinking, Zed even have his name, Zed bin Muhammad, right? Revelation not come. Why it come later? Why delay for this? Now, change happened. Allah changed it. Now, do you think the Jews are going to believe that Allah changed it? Jews are going to say maybe God, He changed it and they put it on Allah. Because how can Allah not bring a revelation about this? That no, 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 don't practice this awful it's just He's not your blood. And so Muhammad gave him Azad his name also. Allah not to say, no, no, don't do this right away, immediately. Shaitan not coming. Say La ilaha illallah. Why Shaitan come? And you made an unintentional mistake. Please, you say not to take. You know what it is if today my principal take me as her daughter, adopt me, adopt me, give me her name. Actually, we don't give the mother's name, but anyway, so we don't take the. She give me her husband's name and tell her husband also who has passed away. So I become, or maybe I take her Fikri name, her father's name. I become Zahra bint. So I become her sister. If I bint Ibrahim. So okay, whatever it is, she, her family take me and they all adopt me, and they say you are daughter, and we give you our family name, and then you remove it. Is it fair to that person? This Muhammad too? It said. And now all of a sudden, I'm not your son, I'm not your daughter, I'm your friend, Mola. Times change, people change. ये दुनिया के बदलते रिश्ते ना जाने कैसे पल में बदल जाते हैं. This Indian song movie from an Indian movie. So none says love's right divine. Oh, what has happened, Hafiz, to true love? No bond. Like, what bond is this? Now you can marry his, even so that made that the wisdom of God that made easy for you believers. Surah Azab verse 37 and last. And he married, take Zainab bin Josh out of her misery. He make her Ummul Mumineen. But see, relationship, blood, not her blood, this pagan idol worshippers, how you people think that your adopted son, your own son, not the blood son, not the blood son, not the blood son. Then what he do, Surah Azhab ayat, he make his wives mother of believers. Mother, Ummul Mu'mineen. Okay, so mother of believers, mother, mother. What we are told in the ayat, maybe you're not come Shia thought, how high your thought is, how organized you are, how eloquent you are in your majlises. You're not to make one mistake. Come, I challenge you today. What this so what I was saying, mother of believers. You have heard what this person turned out to be. He killed Jews. Jews blaspheme. Jews hate. Jews blaspheme against Allah, his hand. In the end, what are this? And they kindle fire of war. Oh my goodness. So if he's blaming the Jews like this, we should have from the Jews something. Other side, they remember Dawood and the ewe case. Brothers, two brothers come to him. He listened to only one brother's side. And then he repent, he do wrong. Which surah in the Quran? And they go about trying to spread mischief on earth. 64 ayat. They go about, huh? Indeed, the penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive upon earth to cause corruption is none but that they be killed or crucified, or that their hands and their feet be cut off from opposite sides, or that they be exiled from the land. Now he go to Medina, 33 ayat of Surah Maida. 64 ayat of Surah Maida, the Jews say the hand of Allah is fettered, tied up, meaning it is their own hands which are fettered and they stand cursed for the evil they have uttered. No, his hands are outspread. He spends as he wills. Surely the message that has been revealed to you from your Lord has increased many of them in their insurgence and unbelief, and so we have cast enmity and spite among them until the day of resurrection. Now you cannot forgive. You can't trust the Jews. Also, there's no point to be noted, and as often as they kindle the fire of war, Allah extinguishes it, kindle the fire of war. And they go about trying to spread the mischief on earth. I hope I can show you both ayats together. And they go about trying to spread mischief on earth. Strive upon earth to cause corruption. Is it the same word or whatever? I not to know. Maybe Shias this time. You may want to cry on away instead of Zainal Abidin. Away, away, away. You know, Sayyade हुए हैं और जुल्म की. And they, Yazid army not to make them, not to marry them, right hands possess. Bibi Zainab was there, married. Jafar Tayyar, son Abdullah ibn Tayyar, was Bibi Zainab's husband, not to go to Karbala with Imam Hussein, but Bibi Zainab go, take permission from her husband. And the point here I will be missing because I have to do justice to the oppressed who never got justice. And so what we do, Matam, Azadari, for this tyrant and his grandeur. Yazid prepared. So, but how he destroyed the polytheists, Abu Jahl, Abu Lahab, Abu Sufyan. I don't know how he conquered Makkah And then then Yazid getting army, saying that this shaitan, right? And so Bibi Zainab married, but no, Yazid not to touch. Yazid, terrible, brutal uh, army, like Ibn Ziyad, drunkards and God knows what, not touch Bibi Zainab. Better to be drinking, no, it's not good for health, but alcohol. It's haram in Islam, but so they what you're forbidden are all married women except those whom your right hands possess. I feel like pinches and someone like voodoo. So maybe I have something like monkeypox or something. I not to know. Mommy, do you have monkeypox? God forbid. So maybe I'm feeling someone. They're making me feel this. This is my case. The Jews say the hand of Allah. Blasphemy. You want to see more riots on against Jews in Surah Maida? And they go about trying to spread mischief on earth. So read in context, right? I wish I could take you to multilingual Quran, but I am a little bit no, no. You want me? Shall I take a break? Let me see. You see, I'm not doing this. A lot is at stake, and I'm just doing this for justice. And you will tell me that you want to extinguish, oh no, no, the light of Allah with your mouth, and that you're going about in the Muslim world spreading mischief on earth. Because I'm doing this, justice's sake. See, Jews, God not come, help not come, meaning the help for the Jews not come. Politics are already. So he got the verses done very well. And so this not a well done, not a nicely done. This I say to you that not a now personal religion. In context, these Jews killed also. Why not? Multilingual Quran, check what Aga Puya say. But before I check that, why you not see this? But we have to be very, very sure. But how can we ever be sure? If I even read Aga Puya, history coming from Umayyad side, and you think you are going to believe in, even though I was told, Messenger of Allah and his son-in-law cousin Ali, who married Prophet Muhammad's daughter Fatima, and they getting and the family. You are going to trust the family. You will not go to the enemy side, Umayyad side. Aren't you doing what the wrong that David did, Hazrat Dawood? In the Quran, we are told he listened to one brother, he did not listen, and one brother had a complaint against another brother. But how could Fatima have a complaint against her father? Because she get fadak. She come from a rich woman, very rich, Quraysh. How can we believe in the family of the Messenger of Allah? You see, a lot is at stake here. Jews have blasphemed. The Jews say the hand of Allah is fettered. All this, please have a look. Surely the message that has been revealed to you from your Lord has increased many of them in their insurgents. You know what insurgents is, right? Insurgency. Oh, so they are blamed for being insurgent. Huh? Let us see what the meaning of insurgent is. Not a movie. Meaning. A person fighting against the government or invading force. A rebel or revolutionary. Sounds like Muhammad. A person. Do not Dawat Ashura. Muhammad did not call them, warn them. The polities of Makkah, his relations. First, he called them to warn them. A person fighting against the government or invading force. Oh, I tell you, I'm not telling you. My opinion would be, shall I tell you? Who is to decide? Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of Myself. You shall no longer take things at the second or third hand. You may not watch my closing video, which will perhaps have this quote, perhaps not. I will show, oh no, the other one will come. The beginning video has this quote. Huh? Not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either. What a great man. Nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides and filter them from yourself. Now, can you say, Shias, that this ayat, Surah Maida 33, insurgents. Jews are qarard, declared insurgents. Oh my God. What will happen to them? At the time of Prophet Muhammad, spreaders of corruption. Huh? Igniters of war. Huh? Take ayat 33, Surah Maida again. Indeed, the penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive upon earth to cause corruption. I tell you, this coming for the Jews, killed or crucified. Away, away, away. I'm not saying it like that. Maybe I make lots of mistakes. I make lots of mistakes, yes, not maybe. I make lots of mistakes, but in this one thing, I could be true. Still, I will come, contemplate on these verses, reflect. Could you not say that finally, because of Surah 5 Maida, verse 33, and Surah 5, verse 64, what happened? I leave you with this and come back later, yeah? Why is sound not coming?
Of Allah, there is no deity but Allah, the One. Quran ayah. Believers, beware and disassociate from pagan polities, Jews and Christians. Quran ayah. You, Prophet, see many of them allying themselves with the disbelievers, pagan polities. How terrible is what their souls have stored up for them. God is angry with them, and they will remain tormented. Surah 5, verse 80, Quran. They are the mujrimun, criminals, zalimeen, wrongdoers, fasiqeen, corrupt, who spread corruption, etc. Christians, according to Quran, Surah 5, Ayah 72, confirm disbelievers, polytheists and zalimeen, wrongdoers. Polytheists, mujrimun, criminals, anyways, punishment became due on them even if they didn't oppress or persecute the Muslims. Jews, hypocrites, killers of Jesus Christ, they hate believers, Zalimeen, Surah 5, verse 51, Quran, defiantly disobedient, Fasiqun, Surah 5, verse 49 in the Quran, killing their own messengers also. That's a verse in the Quran, thus punishment due on them all.
Thank you so much. See you next time when I come. Next time. I make these mistakes. Thank you for the light so much. Hope you see this and do justice and leave this wicked liar and his religion.